Hi guys, my name is Sailesh Thakur. Welcome to my channel osgroup-techies. Today it's all about Git. So Git is a distributed version control system, and in this video today we are going to talk on most basic thing in Git, Git head, Git index, and working directory. These are most basic thing in Git, but most important thing. So let's go ahead and get started by creating a folder. Let's create a folder called Git head index and wd. Let's go inside this. Yeah, as of now, if you see, we don't have anything over here. So let's go ahead and see, and then try to have a explanation or a definition out of it. So as of now, we don't have anything. So let's go ahead and do git init. When we do git init, we have something added to our folder. So there is a .git folder, and this is the place where actual magic begins. So we were talking on .git. Sorry, we were talking on head. We're talking on index and the working directory. So to give you a little more on what is working directory. Working directory is everything out of your .git folder. So this is the place where you actually work. So this is your working directory. I'll be explaining in detail more. So index is a staging area, and the head. So to give you a small theory on head. Head is actually a reference to a branch, and branch is a reference to a latest commit. So we'll see what it is. So let's go ahead and inspect what this contains. So this is what it contains. It has a branch, it has branches, it has a config file. Config file stores the information about the project related information. Description is for Git web. Head. So head is the place where head is the file which we are actually interested in. So let's check if it is true. Head is a reference to a branch. So head is reference to a branch. It's a master branch. It's referring to a master, but when we go to refer and head, you have nothing created over here. We have an info folder, which is a global exclude folder. We have objects. We have nothing in objects. So when we do grid branch, we have nothing, no branch created. So we just wanted to see when is the first time your branch gets created. Yeah. So now, another thing is that we didn't find any file called git index file. Yeah. So now we go ahead and start creating. So as we already did, we did git ls files. We have nothing in staging area, nothing in the working directory. So when we create a osgroup-techies, it's a empty file, and we do git ls files. Still we don't have anything, but when you get status, we can see we have untracked file. So this file is untracked because it is in working directory. It's not in the staging area. And again, let's see if we got our branch created. We don't have a branch created. So when is that we get our branch created? Now we add it to stage. So stage is an area where actually when we put things over in the staging area, that gets tracked. And this is a new commit ID, which is going to be a child for a head. Yeah, the child for head to be exact. So now we do git status. We can see it's in green. That means we have things tracked. Now we do git ls files. We can see this file being present in the staging area. Initially we didn't have it. So let's see if we have a branch created. We don't. So let's see what else changed. .git. When we added this file in the staging area, we got new file got created. We have a new file got created, and it contains the content, which we already saw. And we have one more object created. So we have an object, we have a folder with the e6, and we have a file. So let's demystify this. So as we all know, Git creates a snapshot. I mean, not a snapshot. It creates a hash of its content, and it is stored as a file or a folder. So in our case we have an empty file, and what do an empty file has a hash? Because it's an empty, it doesn't have any content. So to solve this issue, what Git does, it actually appends blob to null. So since we have, it's a null means it is an empty file, and it should give me the same hash. So this hash is very unique, and this is for every empty file in Git, and 2 of its initial is a folder and rest of them is a file. Yeah, so now if you want to know more on what is this, we can do git cat file, and then we can do -t and use this hash, and it should give us what is the object type for this. So it's a blob. So we have a blob is actually equivalent to a file, and your tree is equivalent to a folder. So we don't have anything, no commits, we don't have a branch, and we have, only thing we have is a one object and a new index file created. So now let's go ahead and commit -m and initial commit. So we have commit done. Let's see a git branch. We have branch created, and let's see .git head. It refers to the master. This is your head is referring to a branch, which is the current branch, and when we do git.get refers heads and master, this points to the this should point to the current commit ID, and this is your commit ID. This we will get from here, git log. So this is the same. Cool. Now let's go and check git cat file and see what is the type of this object. So head is a commit type object, and this we can verify by this git log. And when we do git cat file -t, and it should also be a commit object. So now let's go ahead and see what it actually points to, what it contains. Yeah, this is a commit. So this commit is another file being created out of its message hash, and this actually points to a tree that is d1 something kind of a this. And when we go inside git cat file and -p and see what this tree points to, it points to a blob object. So yeah, this is how it is stored. So when you do tree.git, and we can see we have 3 extra folders with 3 files. So this is the commit. This is a new file being created, which is the commit file, and this commit file points to a tree. This is the new tree. I mean, tree is a folder kind of stuff, is equivalent to directory in Linux, and this tree points to your empty file which you already created. So to give you another example on what head is, as we already told, it actually refers to a branch, current branch. When we let's create a branch, git branch, and let's give it develop -a. We have 2 branches created, and when we do git, we can see we have 2 branches, but when you do .git, it points to this branch. It's a master branch. So what happens when you do git checkout? Maybe we will go and get checkout in later coming videos. When we do git checkout develop, we have our branch chain git checkout. Sorry, that's a wrong name. So we should have our head pointing to a new branch. This is pointing to develop, and as of now, when we go to and check .git reference heads and master, we can see it's pointing to the latest commit ID. When you do branch, so DevOps, it is also pointing to the same. We also can go ahead and see in the logs folder what it says. When you go to heads, when you go to master, it says it has this message which you already had, but when we go to this place, it has a log keeping that your master is being switched to develop. So now we go ahead and add a content, something to this file, osgroup-techies rocks, git status. We have this version of file being untracked, and we can see it. We got git. We have these three same structures. Now when we do git add, we should have one more file structure being created. So we have one more object. This is the maybe C4. Yeah, this is the one. When we commit, git commit -m dev branch. So when we do git status, git log. Before that, let's see what else got modified. We have few more things being created. We have so initially we had 3. So we got so many folders created. We got 2C being created. Git log. This is B4. This is your commit file. So this is the commit file. And when it go to cat file commit, just to check what this has, it is pointing to a tree, and this is the parent. So this one is the parent of this one, and when we just go ahead and see what this points to, so git cat file -p, and then so this is what it points to. It points to the next version of this file for this branch. So when we do git cat file blog, we can see the content. Cool. And one more thing, what we wanted to see over here is when we switch back. So as of now, git log, when we do git log, we are pointing to this commit, as we already told that git head points to the branch points to the commit. So when we go ahead and check what it is there in the master, it is actually pointing to this older commit, but when we check to the dev, it is pointing to the latest commit. So developer is one commit ahead now, and we already saw git head, it points to the, it should point to the develop. Yeah, so when we do checkout master, what we are doing, we are just actually moving the head. So now git head points to the master, and when we see your when we do git log, you are actually pointing to that commit. Cool. So it's just about committing to that. It's just about moving your head to the particular commit, and commit is actually a reference to, it has a tree, it's a snapshot, it has a tree, it has so many other things as we already saw. It has an author information, date, initial commit message. Yeah, so this is it for this video, guys. Hope you liked it. Please do comment and tell me if there are some improvements, or if there's some things you did which you didn't understand. Maybe I can explain it in later coming videos. So thank you, keep learning, stay home, stay safe.